students, welcome to our channel Edify, and today's topic is design of flat slab for civil engineering. Before getting into the topic, if you find this video educative, please do like, share and subscribe. Press the bell icon to get the notifications. Now, getting into the topic, firstly, what exactly is flat slab and how does it vary from the normal or regular one-way or two-way slabs? So first let us know what is flat slab. Flat slab is a slab that is placed above the column. There won't be presence of any beam generally. There might be a drop given, or it can be a column head also. So there are different types of flat slabs, and about this flat slab we can get the information from the IS codes, IS 456-2000, and as you can see here in page 53 we have the flat slabs. According to this, we have the definition of flat slab, that is, it is a reinforced concrete slab with or without drops, as I said before, and supported generally without beams by columns with or without flared column heads. So there are generally four types of flat slab that we can see, and they are, as you can see here it is this is the flat slab which is placed directly over the column without any drop, without any column head, without any beam. Okay, and this is another type where this is the flat slab and this is the drop, and this is the column head, and this is the column. So slab with drop and with column head. And here the drop is not given, directly the column head is given. There will be another type where flat slab with drop and there will be no column head. Okay, so these are the types. And here, as you know, for the design of flat slab there are two methods. One is the direct design method and the other is the equivalent frame method. Okay, in today's video we will be discussing about the direct design method, and there are formulas regarding the direct design method. We will get to this when we go through the problem. So to explain the flat slab, I have considered one problem, and that is design an interior panel of a flat slab with panel size 6 x 6 meter supported by columns of size 500 x 500 mm. Provide suitable drop. So they have specified that we have to provide the drop. Okay, so this is the drop, this is the flat slab, this is the drop, and this is the column. So they have specified to us that we have to give the drop. Now they have also provided us the live load as 4 kN per meter square. So M20 grade concrete and Fe415 steel we have to use. So now while designing the slab, we all know that there is a span by depth ratio we generally take from the IS code itself. You might have solved the problems of one-way and two-way slabs where we take 20 or 26 or 7 based on the support condition. If it is a cantilever slab or a simply supported slab, based on that we'll take the span by depth ratio. But for the flat slab, we generally take 32 as the span by the ratio number, and through this we'll get the thickness of the flat slab. Okay, and again this is just an assumption and we have to check whether the value obtained for the slab is enough or sufficient or not. Okay, so now the span given is 6 meter. We'll convert it into mm, so 6000 divided by 32 and we'll get 187.5 mm. All right, so since this is in a this is not a round figure, let us consider 190 mm thickness. Also the cover we'll assume it as 30 mm. Okay, so the overall thickness will be 190 plus 30, that is 220 mm. All right, Now, since they have asked us to provide the drop, let us assume the size of or the depth of drop be 50 mm. Okay, again this is also an assumption, and for 50 mm we have to know the small d. This is the without cover this depth. All right, so the d will be 190 plus 50, that is 240 mm. Okay, and this capital D is again 190 plus 30, that is 220, plus 50, that is 270 mm. That's how we get the depth of the flash slab. So in IS 456, as I said in page 53 and 54, we have this formula. It says that we should not be less than 1/3 the length. So let us check. 1/3 the length is 6 meters, so it is 2 meters. It should not be less than 2 meters. So now, since it should not be less than 2 meters, let us say we consider a drop having width. This width, we are calculating this width, all right. So this width will be 3 meter cross 3 meter. Since it is a square slab, let's consider a square drop. Okay, so since it is 3 meter cross 3 meter, width of column strip is equal to the width of middle strip, that is equal to 3000 mm. Now, what is column strip and what is middle strip? Consider this figure here. So if this is a panel, the panels where we have provided the column and the column drop, so this is the column and this is the column drop, that width is the column strip, and the strip that is placed in between the column strip is the middle strip. Since we have got 3 meter cross 3 meter here, 3 meter cross 3 meter here, this width is also 3 meter and this width is also 3 meter. Okay, so now here we have to know few more things. The given question has 6 meter cross 6 meter. So the panel we have considered, this is the length that they have given. Let us check if what we have considered is correct or not. So now this is 3 meter, all right. We have calculated that the middle strip width is also 3000 mm, right? So half of the column strip and half of the column strip plus the middle strip gives the value of L1. Similarly, L2. So 3000 plus half of 3000 plus half of 3000, that is 6000 mm. Correct? Similarly, L2 is also 3000. Half of 3000, half of 3000, it gives 6000 mm. Let us know what is Ln further. So now, size of drop is decided and thickness of slab is also decided. Now, let us go to the loads. Load calculation. We all know we have to calculate the dead load, live load, finishing load, and we have to total it. So let's go one by one. Self weight. Self weight is rho into d into 1. Alright, so rho is 25 for RCC. Again, d, which depth are you going to take? We have to take the total depth, 0.27, correct, into 1. So we'll get 6.75 kilonewton per meter square. Again, for finishing load, we take 1 kilonewton per meter square. Again, live load, which is already given here as 4 kilonewton per meter square. So, by adding all these three, we get 11.75 kilonewton per meter square. Correct? So, now we have to factor it as always 1.5 times 11.75. We get 17.625 kilonewton per meter square. So we got WU. Okay. So now clear span is what we require to calculate the moment in case of flat slab. So let us know what is ln. Let's go back to the sketch. So in order to calculate ln, which is this distance, it is simply the span, that is 6, minus of column size, that is 0.5. Since this is in meter, we have converted this also in meter. Okay, so it is 6 minus 0.5, it gives 5.5 meter. All right, this is important, this is important. Okay, this is also important. These are the values that we consider here. Now ln, as we discussed, it is 6 meter. Again, it is 6 meter, correct? So now we have to calculate design load W0 for the flat slab, that is WU into L2 into ln. Okay, so WU is 17.625 into L2 is 6, again ln is 5.5. Now even for the other strip, we have to consider the opposite one, that is L1. L1 and L2 are same in this case, hence the design load remains column for throughout. Okay, if we solve this equation, we'll get 581.625 kilonewton. This is what design load. Okay, so now let's move on to next one. Next is design of total moment. Okay, so this is the equation that we get in IS 456 again. So W0 we found out, that is 581.625. ln also we discussed here. So here ln is 5.5 divided by 8. We get 400 kilonewton meter. So what this is the design total moment. This consists of both negative and positive moment. We have to divide this load into two parts, and again this formula is provided in IS 456 31.4.3.2 here. Okay, for interior panels, this is for the exterior panels, and this is the moment formula that I took from IS 456 2000. Okay, so yeah, let us calculate the total negative moment first. So 0.65 times 400, we get 260 kilonewton meter. Okay, again total positive moment is 0.35 times 400, that is 140 kilonewton meter. Okay, now again the negative moment is distributed amongst the column strips as well as the middle strip. We have to divide this total negative as well as the total positive moment in amongst the column strip as well as the middle strip. In order to do so, we have another coefficients here that we have to multiply with the total negative and total positive moment to obtain the moments in the column strips and middle strips. Okay, again these are the coefficients suggested by the code books. Okay, so let's calculate the negative moment in column strip as well as middle strip. So it is 0.75 times negative moment we have obtained 260. So we get 195 kilonewton meter. Okay, negative moment middle strip is 0.25 times total negative moment, that is 260, we get 65 kilonewton meter. Okay, again total positive moment is divided amongst the column strip and middle strip. For column strip it is 0.6 times 140, we get 84 kilonewton meter. Again 0.4 times 140, we get 56 kilonewton meter. Okay. Alright. Since we have obtained all the moments here, we have to now check if the moment obtained was sufficient enough. Okay. So now this is the total moment that we have, that is distributed among into 4 groups. Okay. So in the question they have given it as 415 steel. So for 415 steel, we all know that mu limit formula is 0.138 times FCK BD square, right? So 0.138 into FCK they have given us as 20, right? 20 into B. B is the length of the strip, that is 3000, right? So 3000 into D. D is small d here. Again, the D we have calculated it as 240, right? So 240 square. We obtain 477 kilonewton meter, which is obviously greater than mu, that is 400, right? So the section that we have considered, or the depth, the thickness and the size that we have considered is sufficient. Okay. So now the moment is done. We have to check for the shear, right? So now this is the column, that is 500, right? 500 that is given to us. So now there is something called critical distance that from the face of the column. We have to consider that in order to calculate the shear. All right. So for that, even this is given in the code book. So D by 2 is the critical section design. So D is 240 by 2 is 120. So this is 120. This is 120. It is just like we are offsetting the perimeter. Okay. So again, this is 120. So this total will be 500 plus 120 plus 120, that is 740. Okay. So the shear, it will be equal to the total load on the panel minus the load on the critical section, that is, this is also 740. Again, the complete distance, this is also 740, right? So 740 cross 740 mm area. Okay. So again, total load that we have is here 17.625, and the span is 6 meter into 6 meter. So we'll consider that 17.625 into 6 into 6 minus load on this is again 17.625 into the area is 0.74 times 0.74, correct? So we get V as 624.85 kilonewton. So this is the shear force that we obtain. Now, in order to calculate the nominal shear, we go for the formula again, V by 4 times the area. Okay. So into 1000 we have to do. So V is 624.85 into 1000, because we are keeping the shear in newtons. So since it is in kilonewton, into 1000 divided by 4 times this strip. Okay. So we have 4 strips. So we are considering 4. Okay. 4 times 740 into depth. Depth D is again 240 mm. Here 240. So tau B we obtain as 0.88 kilonewton. Sorry, this is Newton per mm square. Correct? And now shear strength. We have obtained the nominal shear. In order to obtain the shear strength, we have this formula again given in the flat slab's column in IS 456. So Ks is 0.5 times beta C, and beta is given by L1 by L2. Since L1 and L2 are common, beta is 1, hence Ks is 1.5. Alright. So tau C is 0.25 times root FCK. Here FCK is 20, so root 20. We obtain tau C as 1.118 Newton per mm square, and multiplying that with 1.5 times, again that will be greater than the, since this is already greater than this, multiplying this with 1.5 times, we obtain tau C will be greater than tau V. Hence the slab which we are designing is safe in shear and do not need any shear reinforcement. Okay, so now once we are done with shear, now we have to design or calculate the reinforcements that are to be given for the flat slab. So now the reinforcement also has 4 types of reinforcements, that is again negative moment in column strip, positive moment in column strip, negative moment in middle strip, and positive moment in middle strip. The reinforcement values varies based on the different moments that we have obtained. So we have divided the moments in order to get the different reinforcement for different sections here. So now for negative moment in column strip, negative moment column strip moment is 195 kilonewton meter, correct? And again for this the D is 240 mm. So for column strip, negative moment occurs near the end, so again the depth will be 240. Okay, so 240 mm, and then 0.87 times, this is the formula, basic formula we all know in order to calculate the AST. All right, so moment is 195 into 10 power 6 is equal to 0.87. Fy is 415. AST we have to find out. D is 240 into 1 minus AST is unknown. Again B, we can consider B as 3000 or 1000. If we consider B here as 3000, what we have to change further, I'll get to know. Here I have considered B as 3000. Okay, why 3000? That is the length 3000. All right, or you can consider it as 1000 mm as always. Okay, so 3000 into D is again 240 into Fy 415 divided by FCK is 20. If we solve this particular equation using the Calc, we obtain AST as 2419 mm square. Okay, so this is the area for reinforcement. So the spacing, let us consider to provide 12 mm dia bars. Okay, so spacing formula we all know, pi by 4 into d square, that is the bar area divided by the total area, into, here if you have considered the B as 1000, here also you have to consider 1000. Since I have considered the total width, that is 3000, I am considering here 3000. Okay, so S we obtain as 140 mm. Okay, so we can provide 12 mm dia bars at 140 mm center to center, right? Now the negative moment in column strip is calculated. Next is the positive moment in column strip. Okay, again the positive moment in column strip, we know mu is, positive moment column strip mu is 84, but from here we are considering the depth as 190 mm, since here there is no drop given provided. All right, what is 190? 190 is the small d without the drop. This is with drop and this is without drop. Okay, Now, yes, if we solve this is the same equation as before. In order to find the AST, I have directly substituted all the values here. Again, I have considered 3000 only, so AST that we obtain is 1285. And here I have considered 10 mm dia bars, and spacing I obtained is 183 mm. Okay, so 183 mm. So I have provided 10 mm dia bars at 180 mm center to center. Now, again, for negative moment middle strip, moment is 65. Here it is. Negative moment middle strip is 65. So 65, again same equation. I got AST as 983. Considering 10 mm dia bars, I got this spacing as 240. I have considered 230. Similarly, the positive moment in middle strip 56 kilonewton meter. D is 190 mm. I have got AST as 843 mm square. And finally, I obtained the spacing 280, and I have provided 10 mm dia at 230 mm center to center. So lastly, this is the SketchUp where we show all the reinforcements that we have provided, starting from the column strip, middle strip, again column strip. We have already discussed it is 3000, 3000 and 3000. So now first reinforcement that we have designed is for negative moment in column strip, that is we have provided 12 mm dia at 140 mm center to center. So for column strip, negative moment will be provided here, that is 12 at 140 center to center, right? Next moment that we have calculated is positive moment in column strip, that is 10 at 180. So 10 at 180, okay, 10 at 180. Since the width and everything is same as the 3000 and 3000, so we have provided in both the directions same reinforcement. Okay, so again the positive moment is provided here, 10 at 180, 10 at 180. Now next is negative moment in middle strip. So negative moment in middle strip here, 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 that is 10 at 230 center to center. Okay, again positive moment in middle strip, positive moment, so that is 12 at 230 center to center. So now this is the section through column strip. Again, if we cut it this way, we can see the reinforcements that are in this direction are shown here as cross section, and the lengthwise it's here. So now the negative moment is given, positive moment is here. Okay, so 10 at 180, this one 10 at 180, 12 at 140. Again the cross section is 10 at 230 mm center to center. Similarly, in this direction if we cut, this is the section through the column strip. So this ends the design of the flat slab. I hope this was educative. Thank you.